भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय विन्दव्यनम्। ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। You remember what we discussed last time?
Yeah. Krishna is standing in front of Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda saw in Krishna's belly the entire universe, and within that entire universe, Mother Yashoda saw Vrindavan, and she saw Lord Krishna along with herself. So Brahmaji says that just as this entire universe, along with you yourself, appeared within the belly, so too all that appears is in you. And Brahma says that the universe which Mother Yashoda saw, which in Krishna's belly, outside and inside, both are manifestations of Maya. So doubt may be arised as why not consider that the universe seen outside is the product of Maya, and that the one inside is just its reflection, so that Krishna is nothing more than the reflecting medium. Or why not consider that both these universes are transcendental and then no need to accept Maya. So Brahmaji says about Bhati Yatha Tatha. That was exclusively, very broadly, in detail discussed, that it exists outside exactly as it exists inside. So there is no difference between the two. And even lots of following reasons were given, like how a reflection is a mirror image. It appears reverse, in reverse direction. That is, if the universe is seen inside Krishna was a reflection of the external universe, then it could not be the same. And that's why the following reasons were given. The reflection of a three-dimensional object is two-dimensional object. Then only visible object can be reflected image. This anything like you gave the example of that samosa, because it will only have the form. It will not have that sound, the taste, the smell, the touch. That would be absent in the reflection. So only the form will be present. The universe inside, outside had actually all the properties of smell, touch, sound. So that was discussed. And if the universe inside Krishna, but Krishna's belly is reflection of the universe outside, then this I said. Then one more point, that in the case, supposing if we say that universe that Mother Yashoda saw in Krishna's body was a reflection of the universe outside, and Krishna is the reflecting medium. So usually reflection does not contain reflecting medium. So in that case, Mother Yashoda saw in the universe within Krishna's belly. In that universe, she saw Krishna also. So she saw reflecting medium in that reflected image. You spoke about Brahma says Sa Atman, along with yourself, which means Lord could be seen within the universe that is inside him, which is like quite amazing. And the pot example, like how a pot in the room that contains the room itself, while the pot is again contained in the second room, and so on. So it proves that the universe which Mother Yashoda saw is not the reflection which she saw in Krishna's body. And then how acharyas explain about how Krishna says that if I had eaten that mud, that means the whole universe has eaten it, so why should he be chastised, and so on. That a lot of other things you spoke about this. Then Srimad Bhagavatam 10.8.40, when Mother Yashoda saw universe inside Krishna's belly, she deliberated on this. Actually, in this verse, is this a dream or illusion created by God, or it's my intelligence that has been bewildered? It seems that it's a manifestation of my son's yogic power. That conclusion she then came to, She looked around and she saw everything was normal. So she concluded that she was not dreaming. Is it Maya created by God, Sri Hari? If it was, then others would have also seen it. And why would the Devta put her into this position, put her into this Maya, It's so that's why she even ruled that thing out. And then she wondered that if she had seen the reflection of the universe in the mouth of a sun, owing to her bewildered intelligence, then you spoke of that if I had seen that Yashoda mother says that if I had seen the reflection, then usually the reflection will never contain reflecting image. Then how is it that she saw Krishna also in that reflection? Because in the reflection, the mirror itself is not seen. So she concluded that it's not the reflection. So moreover, the world within and without, his mouth appeared to be exactly the worlds within and without. His mouth appeared exactly the same, whereas an object and its reflection in the mirror ordinarily appear in the reverse direction. So, because in this case, she's seeing exactly the same universe which is inside. So, this is not a reflection. So, she concluded that even though he's my son, he's got some inherent yogic power. And this Jiva Goswami comments that how the Lord reveals to Mother Yashoda that her finer deliberation, that Krishna has a yogic power, that is the only possibility which happens by his Achintya Shakti. And then yourself spoke about Pratibodhitatis, that is how when Yashoda Mata was illuminated with Krishna's yogic powers, Krishna, then Krishna, she understands that her Vatsalya bhav comes up more, it's more like, it covers her with her yogic, with his Maya, no, Yoga Maya potency, sorry. So then Jiva Goswami confirms this in 10.8.43. And in this Brahma also, Brahma proved that Krishna's body is all pervading, and that he's within Krishna's belly like a child within womb of his mother, and thus prays to the Lord to pardon him. 10.14.14, Krishna is Narayan. Then Mahanarayan Upanishad, you quoted that verse. Then 36 was Krishna's body is Advaya Brahma, non-dual awareness, non-dual consciousness or knowledge. And in that, Brahma Mohan Leela was described exclusively, and how Brahmaji saw Vishnu Murtis, and these Vishnu Murtis were worshipped by a personification of 24 elements, material elements, time, factor, mystic siddhis, and so on. So, Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.8. Then, other than you, which includes actually Vrindavan, cowherd boys, cows, which are a part of Krishna's internal potency. Twadhrite, everything except that, for Bhagwan is Maya. Then what Brahma saw the Vishnu Murti Sakam Maya, including himself, that he was also worshipping along with the other devtas, and Brahmananda is in which Brahma exists is also within the Lord, implying that everything is pervaded by Lord's Krishna's body, and that nothing exists outside Krishna's body. Those who consider that the creation outside the Lord they are in illusion. So this is a profound experience by Brahma, that he saw Vishnu Murtis worshipped by himself and Brahma. So then Jiva Goswami begins his Bhagavad Sandarbha with the celebrated Vadanti Tattva Vida verse, which defines the absolute truth as Advaya Gnan. The prayers of Sri Bhagwan are an integral. The prayers of Brahma are an integral part of this commentary, since the verses under discussion also states that Sri Krishna is a non-dual absolute Advaya Brahma, Ekam Eva Dvitiyam Brahma Satyam Gnanam Ananta Brahma, which is identified. These two you had quoted. There is no other Brahman other than you, no entity equal to you, nor can any entity exist within him. He is Advaya. He can become many and remain one at the same time, and thus he is called Advaya Brahma. 10.14.18. Brahma is the highest authority in the Vedas and Vedanta. He is called Veda Garbha, the womb of the Vedas, and one who contains the Vedic knowledge within his being. He personally witnessed all the attributes of Brahman in the body of Lord Krishna. So then how Sukdev Goswami also says that the Vishnu Murtis are embodiments of one absolute essence, consisting of being, awareness, and infinite bliss alone. Their infinite glory was untouched even by those who see with the vision of refined by study of the Upanishads. And then you quoted 10.13, 54 to 55, and ended with Krishna is a Brahman and Brahman is all pervading. Krishna pervades everything in the personal form. This is confined by Vedanta Sutra. The form of the Lord, although separated by space, does not undergo change because he's simultaneously existing everywhere. Krishna is the source of everything and cause of everything. He demonstrated this by expanding sequentially how into cowherd boys and calves, Narayan forms, and the unlimited universes. And you spoke about Bhagavad Gita 10.8. Aham sarvasya prabha. Still nobody's come. Yeah, Prabhuji. Ended.
Thank you. We will try to quickly cover every take over 3 Anuchedas today. So 37th Anucheda, Brahmaji says that how Krishna is the ultimate cause. And the 37th Anucheda, he speaks that the three Gunavataras, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, they are manifestations of Krishna. And that is the 37th Anucheda. So 37th Anucheda, Nanu, Srishtyadau, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Binna Eva, Karanabhutas, Tata Stitau, Kechid, Anye Avatararcha, Tat Katam, Mameva Sarvakaranatvam Uchyate. So this is like Krishna is asking Brahma that actually Srishti is performed by Brahma and maintenance is performed by Vishnu and destruction is performed by Ishvara, that is by Shiva. They are the cause of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. And moreover, there are many other avatars who appear during the maintenance period. So how can you say that I am the cause of everything? Katam mama evam sarva karanatam uchyate. How can you say I am the cause of everything? In response to this question, Brahmaji is speaking this verse. Ajanatam tvat padavimanatmani atmatmana bhasi vitatya maya srishta vivaham jagato vidana ivatvameshonta ivatrinetraha. So Brahma is addressing Krishna by the word. He's saying to Krishna, Tvam Atma Basi. So here the word Atma, normally Atma means soul. Tvam Atma Basi, that means you are the Supreme Lord. Here the word Atma refers to only the original complete form of God. You are the Supreme Lord. So the word basi, in Sanskrit there is Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. Prathama Purusha is when we say he, she, that is Prathama Purusha. Madhyama Purusha is you. Uttama Purusha is Aham. The verb is basi. Basi is in Madhyama Purusha. Therefore, it must be corresponding to the subject of the sentence must be you. So, Tvam Basi, Tvam Atma Basi. You are the Supreme Self. But Tvat Padavim Ajanatam. To those people who are unaware of your true position. So, Padavi means a position. But Padavi also means a path. So, here the path refers to specifically the path of Bhakti. So, those people who are not aware of your position, or we can say those people who are not aware of the path of devotion. In that way, both ways we can take. Tvat padavim ajanatam. For those people who are unaware of your position, tvam mayam vitatya anatmani. Tvam anatmani mayam vitatya. You yourself expand your maya. Mayam vitatya anatmani. Within the Anatmani means within the non-self or within that which is not Atma, that means within the matter. You yourself expand your Maya and appear within the inert matter, within the non-self. You appear within the inert matter. That means the body is made of the inert matter. The bodies are made of Pancha Mahabhuta, etc. These are inert matter. So you yourself expand your Maya, appear within the non-self, inert matter, as what? Srishta iva aham. As me, you appear within the inert matter as me, Brahma, for the purpose of creation of the universe. Srishta iva aham. Aham jagato. And then Vidana iva tvam yesha. For the purpose of creation, you appear as Yesha, this Vishnu. You appear as this Vishnu. Yesha refers to Vishnu. And Anta iva Trinetraha. And you appear as the Trinetra, the three-eyed Shiva, to bring about the end of the universe, to bring about the destruction of the universe. This is what Brahma is saying. Brahma is saying that actually you are the original Supreme Self. Those people who are not aware of your real position, you spread your Maya, you expand your Maya, and you appear within this world as the Brahma, Vishnu, and the Shiva. So, Tvam iti asya basi ityanena anvayaha. Kartru kriyayor anvayasya eva pratamikatvat. So, Tvam word should be, is corresponding to basi. Because basi is in Madhyama Purusha form of the verb. And Tvam is the Madhyama Purusha. Tvam should be corresponding to basi. So, Kartru kriyayor anvaya. So, kriya should be corresponding to the karta. So here the kriya is in basi, madhyama purusha. Therefore, karta has to be tvam. Kartra cha atra tvam iti eva madhyama purushena yujyate. So here karta is the tvam, which is the madhyama purusha. Tasmad atra na iva shabdah sambadhyate kintu yesha iti atra eva. See, if you see the second line, Vidana iva tvam yesha anta. Iva tvam yesha anta. So he says that the iva shabda, which is there before tvam, that iva shabda should be combined with the yesha shabda. Iva shabda should be combined with the yesha shabda, not with the tvam shabda. Tasmadatra na iva shabdaha sambadhyate kintu yesha ityatra eva. Therefore, the word iva is not related to tvam. The iva is related with the pronoun yesha. Tvam Atma Basi, you are the original Supreme Self, you are the original Supreme Love. But Yesh, Iva should be combined with the Yesha Shabda. So you expand your Maya and you appear as this Vishnu for the sake of the maintenance. Yesha means this. You appear as this Vishnu. As Iva means as. You appear as this Vishnu for a purpose of maintenance of the universe. Tatascha Shri Vigraha Ayam Vachyaha. So as such, the pronoun you refers to Krishna's personal form. You refers to Krishna's personal form. Shri Vigraha Ayam Vachyaha. Swayam Bhagavatvena Asya Gunavataratva Abhavat. So the word you, Tvam, that refers to Krishna's personal form because he is the Swayam Bhagavatva. He is directly the original Supreme Lord and not to one of the avatars presiding over the gunas of nature. So the word Tvam corresponds to the word Swayam Bhagavan. The Tvam is not referring to the one of the Gunavataras. So Adyaiva Tvad Ritesya Ityanena Avyavahita Vachanena Viruddhatvacha. So Adyaiva Tadvrtesya is the words quoted in the previous shlok, previous Anuccheda. So the pronoun you refers to Krishna's personal form since he is directly the original Supreme Lord and not to one of the avatars presiding over the gunas of nature. Nor would any other understanding be in conformity to the assertions made in the previous verse. So if we take other understanding, then it would be contradicting with the understanding mentioned in the previous verse. The previous verse Brahmaji already mentioned how Krishna only appeared as the different cowherd boys and the cows. He transformed. He showed the form. He transformed their forms into four-armed Vishnu forms, and then they disappeared. The previous verse it is already told. If we explain it another way, if we say that Tvam is referring to the Vishnu, then it will be contradicting the previous verse. So Tvam is referring to Krishna, who is the Swayam Bhagavan. And then further, Tasmad Ayam Artha. So the meaning of the shloka is as follows. Tvat Padavim Tava Tata Bhutam Swarupam Ajanatam Ajanataha Prati. So Padavim means basically Swarupa of Krishna. To those people who are unaware of your true position, Atma Tattad Amshi Swarupastvam Eva. So Atma here refers to Krishna is the Amshi. So there is Amsha and Amshi. Amsha means the part, Amshi is the whole. Avatara and Avatari. So Krishna is not the Avatara, but Krishna is the Avatari, the source of all the avatars. So Tvam Atma Basi means you are the Amshi Swarupastvam Eva. You are the Amshi, you are the original complete form of God, who is the source of all the partial manifestation. Atmana tad amshena. Atmana, by your expansions, by your amshas, mayam srishtyadi nimitta shaktim. By your different amshas, you actually expand the maya for the purpose of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Anatmani jadarupe mahadadi upadane mahadadyapadane pradane. So Maya means the energy that is employed for creation, maintenance, and resolution of the universe within the Anatmani, within the non-self, within the matter. That means within the inert pradana, which acts as the material cause in the form of the Mahat and so on. Vitatya means pravartya, Vitatya means expand or set into motion. Pravartya tattat karya bedena binna iva basi ityartah. You only set into motion according to these different functions of creation, maintenance, and resolution, and you appear differently. Binna iva basi ityartah. You appear to be different. Binna iva basi ityartah. Katham jagatah srishtav aham brahma iva vidane. So for the purpose of creation, you appear as Brahma. Aham Brahma iva. You appear as Brahma. You appear as me, Brahma. And Palane Yesha iva. For the sake of maintenance, Yesha iva. You appear as this Vishnu. Yetat karya parichinna iva. Palana matra karya iva ityartah. That means what? That as Vishnu, you appear to be parichinna. You appear to be limited by your work. As if you are only doing the work of protection. As if you are only doing the work of protection. Palana matra karya iva ityartah. Ante trinetra iva ati. And then for the purpose of destruction, you appear as Trinetra, Lord Shiva, who has 3 eyes. Vastutah tvam eva tattad rupena vartase. Actually, in truth, you are only manifest as these 3 forms. Actually, it is you who exist in all these 3 forms. But moodaha, but ignorant people, moodastu tvat tastan prutak pashyanti iti bhavaha. But the ignorant people see these gunavataras as different from you. Tvattas tan prutak pashyanti iti bhavaha. The ignorant people, they see these gunavataras as different from you. Yato dvitiye Brahma Vakyam. In the second canto, Brahma himself said, Srijami tan yukto ham haro harati tatvashah Vishwam Purusha Rupena Paripati Trishakti Dhrika. This is a verse spoken by Brahma in the second canto, 6th chapter. Srijami tan niyuktoyam. I create being engaged by him. And the Lord Shiva destroys under his influence. Haro harati tatvashah. Vishwam Purusha Rupena. And he himself, the possessor of 3 Shakti Dhrika, these 3 potencies, he himself maintains everything in his Purusha forms. Purusha Repena Vishwam Paripati. So the fact is, the Lord himself actually, although it appears that he is only performing the job of creation, but actually he is endowed with all the 3 energies, 3 Shakti Dhrika. So he only carries out everything. He only maintains everything in his Purusha forms. Ataha Bhagavat Swarupa Ekatvena Na Brahmadivat Vishnur Iva Iti Nirdishtam. Vishnur Iva Iti Nirdishtam. So because Vishnu is an expansion, so you see Brahma comes under the Jiva Tattva category. Shiva is in between Jiva Tattva and Vishnu Tattva. Shiva is simultaneously one with Vishnu and also different from Vishnu. But Vishnu directly comes into the Vishnu Tattva category. Since Vishnu is an expansion of Krishna, the Supreme Lord Krishna, Brahma did not mention Vishnu by name. So in the shloka, in this Bhagavatam shloka, we see Srishtav iva aham jagato. Aham, he is mentioning his name Aham. And for Shiva, he is mentioning the word Trinetra. But for Vishnu, he is not mentioning the name. He is just saying Yeshah. For Brahma did not mention him by name. He is just saying that as he is not mentioning distinctly as Vishnu. He just mentioned Yeshah as he had done in his own case and in the case of Shiva. Instead, he simply said as this. Because why he said like that? Because Vishnu is non-different from Krishna. Vishnu comes under the Vishnu Tattva category. Whereas Brahma and Shiva, they don't come under the Vishnu Tattva category. Therefore, for Vishnu, he did not specifically mention the name Vishnu. He is saying that Bhagavatas Swarupa Ekatvena. Since Vishnu is an expansion of non-different from him, na Brahmadivat Vishnuriva iti nirdishtam. The Supreme Lord Krishna, Brahma did not mention him by name. This is the 37th Anucheda. Some points from the purport I mentioned. So I mentioned the word. In the previous Anucheda, Brahma explained how Krishna is the Advaya Brahma. So hearing that Krishna raises an objection, actually creation, maintenance and resolution are performed by Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. So why are you saying that I am the cause of everything? In response, Brahma is speaking this verse. He is saying that Ajanatam Tvat Padavim. Tvat Padavim, I mentioned another meaning of Tvat Padavim means those who are unaware of the path of bhakti. Because it is clearly mentioned by Krishna, Bhaktyaham Ekaya Grakhya. Shraddayatma Priyasatam. Krishna clearly mentioned that I am attainable only for those established in the truth, only through the unalloyed devotion. So Ajanatam Tvat Padavi means those who are not aware of the path of Bhakti Yoga, they see differently. They don't understand your real position. So these people, those who are not aware of the path of Bhakti, those who are ignorant, they see that they cannot understand how the Lord exists everywhere and in everything. The Lord exists everywhere and in everything through his Maya potency. So when somebody does not recognize the Bhagavan's energy, how Krishna is all pervading through his Maya potency, somebody does not recognize that, then they will have an independent ego and they will have desires for enjoyment and they will become bound by the gunas of nature. So therefore, Brahma concludes that everything is the Lord's energy and that he is the cause of everything. And that only because of Maya we see something to be independent of Krishna. When we see something independent of Krishna, then we think of wanting to enjoy that. We think of wanting to enjoy that independently of Krishna. And yeah, other points. Other points already explained. So although Vishnu is counted among the Gunavataras, he is not an empowered living entity. Therefore, Bhagavatam verse quoted at the end of the section uses the adjective Tri Shakti Drip, possessor of all three types of energies for Vishnu alone. Vishnu is only possessor of three Shakti Drip, creation, maintenance and annihilation. He possesses all three energies, but he performs the service of creation. So it appears that he has only the energy of it appears that he performs only the service of maintenance. So therefore we think that okay, he has only the energy of maintenance. But actually the Bhagavatam verse clearly says that three Shakti Drip. He possesses the energies of creation, maintenance and annihilation, all three energies. So we'll go to the next Anucheda, that is 38.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Okay, so this shloka in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Bija Pratapita, that you can take it for material nature, you can take it as Lord Shiva. As yourself mentioned right now, right?
The
That
glance,
Vishnu was.
it is said the glance of Krishna is compared to Shiva. Glance of Krishna is Vishnu. And Krishna glances over the material nature, he impregnates the material nature with the living entities. So the glance of Krishna is nothing but Shiva, Shambhu.
Thank you.
So 38th, Evam yata gunavataras tata anye api avatara ityaha. So the previous shloka, Brahmaji explained that how Krishna is the source of all the gunavataras. All the gunavataras are manifestations of Krishna. Now in the next shloka, Brahma says that apart from gunavataras, there are other avatars, Leela avatars. And these Leela avatars are also manifestations of Krishna only. So that he speaks in the next shloka. This is 10.14.20. Suresh vrishishvish tataiva nrishvapi tiryakshu yadasvapi te janasya janma satam dur madanigrahaya prabho vidatas sadanugrahaya cha. Sureshu means among the devatas. Rishishu means among the sages. And Drishu means among the humans. Tiriyakshu means among the animals, I think. So, Brahmaji is addressing Krishna by the word Vidata. Vidata means you are the controller of destiny. O controller of destiny, Ajanasya, although you are Ajana, although you are unborn, but Janma, you take birth. You take birth among the Sureshu, among the Devatas, and Rishishu, among the sages, and Nrishu, among the humans, Tiriyakshu, among the animals, Yadasu, I think even among the aquatics, Yadasu api, even among the aquatics. For what purpose? Asatam durmada nigrahaya. For in order to chastise the falsely proud, asatam durmada nigrahaya, and sad anugrahaya cha, and to show mercy to the world, and to show mercy to the sadhus. So ajanasya janma iti anena pradurbhava matram janma iti bodhayati. So by the words ajanasya and janma, so ajanasya means unborn. Ajanasya janma means birth of the unborn. Ajanasya janma, it is like a birth of the unborn. It's like a oxymoron actually. But from this we have to understand that pradurbhava matram. That means Krishna simply appears. He simply manifests. Brahma, Ajanasya janma, by using this word, Brahma is saying that Bhagavan's birth is simply an instance of his self-manifestation, pradurbhava matram, unlike the birth of an ordinary jiva. That is what the words Ajanasya Janma is indicating. So then Krishna is asking, Nanu Brahman Kimatra Vicharitam Bhavata? What conclusions have you reached, O Brahma? Yad Ekasya Eva Mama Murter Avyapakatve Sati Anyasam Darshanasthanam Na Sambhavati Iti. Do you think that because this one form of mine is all pervading, it is impossible for my other forms to be seen anywhere? because this one form of mine is actually all pervading, do you think that my other forms cannot be all pervading? Tata jadavastuna घटादीनाम् एव प्राकट्य प्रकारो लोके दृष्टः कथं तत् इतर स्वभावानां चिद्वस्तूनां मम श्रीमूर्त्यादीनाम् इति. So in this world it is seen that jadavastuna, the ordinary material objects, like ghatadinam, like pots, prakatya, it is seen that ordinary material objects like clay pots come into being. So prakatya prakaro. So in the same way, do you think that the same process of coming into being applies to my forms and such? घटादीनाम् एव प्राकट्य प्रकारो लोके दृष्टः कथं तत् इतर स्वभावानां चिद्वस्तूनां मम श्रीमूर्त्यादीनाम् इति. Do you think that the same process of coming into being applies to my forms and such, which are of a tat itara swabhana, which are of a completely different and spiritual nature, chidvastuna? Do you think that my forms, which are of a completely different nature, do you think that these my forms, which are completely different nature, they also come into being the way the parts and other element, other objects in this world come into being? Do you think that my forms also appear in the same way? And then Krishna is further saying, Yata yavatyo vibhutayo mama bhavata drishtas tavatibireva bhavan vismito na aparaha santi iti sambhavayaniva tat parimitatam adhigatavan asti iti tata ye mama amshaha पूर्वं बालवत्सादि रूपास तयेव चतुर्भुजा अभवन् इति कस्यापि रूपस्य कदाचित् उद्भवः कस्यापि कदाचिन् इति. 1 minute. So what is the meaning? So Krishna is telling to Brahma, Yata yavatyo vibhutayo mama bhavata. You have just been astonished, Bhavan Vismitah. You have just been astonished by seeing all my opulences. Mama vibhutaya bhavata drishtas. By seeing all my opulences. But only by the ones you saw. You have just been astonished by seeing all my opulences, but only by the ones you saw. Have you come to the conclusion that there are no others and that my opulence is therefore limited? Like Krishna has seen, Brahma has seen only the opulence of Krishna's form. Because Krishna manifested as the calves and the cowherd boys. And then those calves and cowherd boys disappeared. And then Krishna was again searching for the cows and cowherd boys with the curd rice in his hand. So Brahmaji saw the opulence of the Krishna's form. But similar opulences are there for the other Leela-avataras of Krishna also. So therefore it is saying that you have just been astonished by seeing all my opulences, but only by the ones you saw. Have you come to the conclusion that there are no others and that my opulence is therefore limited? Tat parimitata adhigata van asti iti. Moreover, do you think that because my expansions in the forms of the boys and calves were later transformed into 400 Vishnu forms, that therefore some of these forms are sometimes manifest and others not. So it's somewhat little quite abstract. But what this verse, how I understand is that Brahma is saying that not only you manifest as the Gunavataras, but you also appear as the Leela-avataras among the Devas, among the humans, among the animals, among the aquatics, in order to chastise the falsely proud and to show mercy to the world. So, so Brahmaji is talking about even the other Leela-avataras of Krishna. I'll read the commentary, so it will become more clear. In the previous verse, Brahma said that ignorant people do not understand that Krishna is the supreme cause of everything. So the question which arises is that how can the Lord, who is beyond sense perception, how can that supreme Lord be known? So then Brahma speaks the next verse, which explains that just as the Lord appears as the Gunavataras, he appears as the other Leela Avataras in order to dispel the atheistic teachings and establish religious principles. So Lord appears in different species according to the necessity and kills the asuras and asuras who propagate atheism. So how can the Bhagavan who is take birth, who is ajana, who is birthless? So Brahma replies, you are Prabhu. You are Prabhu. That means because you have inconceivable power. Prabhu means you have inconceivable power. Therefore, you can accomplish what is ordinary impossible. Therefore, you can take birth although you are unborn. So it is already shown that the Lord is all pervading. So where is the question of his birth? Therefore, Jiva Goswami says that birth here means pradurbhava. That means he simply makes himself visible, which means self-manifestation, pradurbhava. And Krishna is not bound by material laws prior to his birth, nor is he forced to take birth. Therefore, Brahma addresses Krishna with the word Vidata. You are the one, you make the rules, you are the controller of destiny. So therefore, you are the controller of destiny, therefore, you are not bound to take birth. You are the one, you actually make the rules. You are not subject to those rules. So Krishna raised further doubts. What were the further doubts raised by Krishna? Oh Brahma, you say that my forms are eternal and full of bliss. So why these forms are always not visible? Furthermore, how can all these forms exist simultaneously in one form? So material objects come into existence and vanish. So how can you compare my transcendental body to them? Material object come into existence and vanish. So how can you compare that my transcendental body to them? So in this Anucheda, Jiva Goswami explains that it is very difficult to understand the Lord's form, including the all-pervasive feature. The pastimes that he performs through his form are a manifestation of his Yoga Maya, and they supersede logic and experience. So Bhagavan is independent and potent, therefore he is free to engage his energy, and his activities are unpredictable. Sometimes his pastimes seem to conform to the laws of material nature as if governed by them, and at other times they display their quality of being beyond the influence of material nature. But in both cases, they are transcendental. So, although he appears in various forms, he is not limited by them. He is naturally endowed with a form, and yet his form is all pervading. He showed Sri Brahma that all the forms are contained within his form, and that ultimately this is just a fraction of his opulence. So, Some things are little not clear for me also. But what I can understand in this Anucheda, so Brahma is saying that not only you appear as the Gunavataras, but you appear as the Leela Avataras. Although you are unborn, but you appear. You appear to take birth by your inconceivable potency. That is why he addresses Krishna by the word Prabhu. Normally, when a person takes birth, a person is bound by the laws of nature. But Brahma addresses Krishna by the word Vidata, controller of destiny. That means the Lord appears by his own sweet will, not being bound by the laws. And the Lord appears for what purpose? In order to chastise the demons and to show mercy to the devotees.
Welfare of the for the welfare.
Yes. So I'll just quickly cover one more Anucheda, the short. The Kimcha, this 39 number is not mentioned. Kimcha Satya Jnana Ananta Ananda Ananta Anandaikara Samurtitvat Ananta Ananda Ekara Samurtitvat Yugapadeva Sarvamapi Tattadrupam Vartate Eva Kintu Yuyam Sarvada Sarvam Na Pashyata Iti Tatra Cha Yaugapadyam Katamiti. So here the point is, furthermore, because these forms are exclusively of the transcendental nature of Satya, eternity, Jnana, awareness, and Ananda, unlimited pure bliss. So that means all of them indeed exist simultaneously. Yugapadeva sarvamapi tattadrupam vartate. Because all these forms of the Lord, Leela Avataras, they are all eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. Therefore, all of them exist simultaneously. But kintu yuyam sarvada sarvam na pashyata. But you are unable to see all of them all of the time. So on what basis can you maintain their simultaneous coexistence? Tatracha Yaugapadyam Katamiti. You are not able to, since all these Leela Avatara forms are Sachitananda, they are actually simultaneously existing all the time, in all places. But you are not able to see them simultaneously existing. So how can you maintain their simultaneous existence? How can you say that they are simultaneously existing? In response, Brahma says, Ko veti bhuman Bhagavan paratman Yogeshwarotirvavatastrilokyam Tvava katam va kativa kadeti Vistarayan kridasi yogamaya. So, Bhuman, O greatest one, Bhagavan, O supreme person, Paratman, O self of all selves, Yogeshwara, O master of all yogic power, Ko Veti, who knows? Who knows where or how? Kvava, Katamva, Kativa, Kadava, who knows where or how or to what extent or when you expand your Yoga Maya and enact your activities within these three words. Who knows how you expand your Yoga Maya, when you expand, where you expand, or to what extent you expand your Yoga Maya potency to perform different activities within the three words. So, explanation of the shloka. Tvava katamva kativa kadava yogamayam dustarkyam chit shaktim vistarayan tata tata pravartayan kridasi iti bhavata. You have a class, Himachalam Bro? क्रीडसि इति भवति ऊतिर लीला त्रिलोक्यां को वेति न कोपि इत्यर्थः. So Brahma is saying, who in the three worlds knows where or how or to what extent or when you expand or put into action your inconceivable Yogamaya in all these ways and enjoy your activities. Who can actually understand how you actually expand your Yogamaya potency, to what extent you expand, or when you expand your Yogamaya potency, or where you expand your potencies? Because this Yogamaya potency is inconceivable. Dustarkya chitshaktim. Na kopi ityartha. Nobody understands. So this is a rhetorical question. It's not that Brahma is expecting an answer. He is giving an answer in the question itself. Nobody knows. Na kopi ityartha. Yasya matam tasya matam yasya na veda saha. Kena Upanishad. There's a Jiva Goswami quotes a verse in the Kena Upanishad. This Kena Upanishad verse says that one who claims that I do not know the Brahman, he truly knows. But one who claims that I know the Supreme Brahman, he actually does not know. He actually does not know. So in that sense, Brahmaji is actually saying that who can understand to what extent you can you expand your Yogamaya potency, when, to what extent, where, etc. Nobody can understand. I don't understand. So that person who actually says that I don't understand the Brahman, he truly understands the Brahman. But one who claims to understand, he actually does not know. The last point. Atra durgyeyata puraskritena eva sambodhana chatushtayena chaturshu yuktimaha he bhuman. So you see in this shloka, Brahma has used 4 words to address Krishna. Bhuman, Bhagavan, Paratman and Yogeshwara. These are the 4 Sambodhana Vibhakti words. Sambodhana Vibhakti is when you want to address a person. Hey Rama, hey Krishna, you are addressing. Sambodhana Vibhakti. Brahmaji has used 4 words in Sambodhana Vibhakti. So in view of the difficulty in comprehending the Krishna's divine pastimes, Krishna here addresses the Lord with 4 different epithets in order to show that how difficult it is to understand that Krishna, how he employs his Yogamaya potency. To show that gravity of how it is difficult, therefore Brahma has used 4 Sambodhana Vibhaktis. Bhuman, Bhagavan, Paratman and Yogeshwar. Ayam Bhavaha Ekamapi Mukhyam Bhagavat Rupam Yukabad Ananta Rupatmakam Bhavati. So the word Bhuman means abundant or great. So the term Bhuman, hey Bhuman, means great, abundant, or it can mean earth also, or the aggregate of all existing beings. So the word Bhuman, it means that when he is addressing Krishna by the word Bhuman, what Brahma is implying is that, hey Bhuman, who include unlimited forms in your own divine form. You include unlimited forms in your own divine form. The sense is that the one primary form of the Lord simultaneously contains unlimited forms within it. So, ekamapi mukhyam bhagavat rupam yukapad ananta rupatmakam bhavati. So, one primary form of the Lord simultaneously contains unlimited forms within it. That is why he is addressing the Krishna by the word Bhuman. And then, of course, I think in the next Anucheda, he will continue. He will explain the word. I think the continuation of this shloka will also continue in the next Anucheda. So when Brahma is addressing Krishna by the word woman, he's saying that the unlimited Vishnu Tattva forms are contained within your form. That is why woman means the aggregate of all existing things. Woman means abundant or great. So short commentary. The questions posed by Krishna serve as an introduction to the verse and the subsequent commentary. So if Krishna's form is all pervading as established by Brahma, then where do the other forms like Rama exist? If Krishna's form is all pervading, then where do the other forms of Krishna like Rama and Narasimha, where do they exist? So Brahma told in the previous Anucheda that the Lord is Ajana, birthless, which means that all the forms of the Lord are eternal. Moreover, if the forms are eternal, how is it that they are seen to take birth? So Brahma witnessed Krishna's opulence. If what he saw was the complete opulence of Bhagavan, no matter how great, then the Lord is, if what he saw was the complete opulence of Bhagavan, no matter how great, then the Lord is limited. So why did Brahma state that he is unlimited? So furthermore, Krishna expanded himself into cowherd boys, cows and so on. Where do they exist now? While Brahma is seeing only Krishna. So Brahma responds to the verse given here, that is 10.14.21. So Sridhar Swami introduces this verse in a similar way. Krishna asked Brahma, you say that I am supremely powerful and independent. So why do I accept abominable forms like fish and boar? So Brahma answered with this particular verse. In the previous shloka, Brahma said that Krishna appears in various forms among the devatas, among the animals, among the fish, among the humans, among the rishis. So, fish is actually an inferior, very abominable form. Why are you saying that I accept a form among the fish? So Brahma is answering this verse. Actually, all these forms are under your internal potency, Yoga Maya. Nobody can understand, who can understand to what extent you expand your Yogamaya potency. Who can understand where you are going to extend your Yogamaya potency or when you will expand your Yogamaya potency? Nobody can understand. In that way, Brahma is saying that all these Leela Avataras, all these forms are actually under your Yogamaya potency. You take these forms at different times, in different ways. These are the three Anuchedas we covered. We will continue 30th Anucheda. Any questions? Somewhat little vague to understand that some of the connection we have to read it once more actually. Then you can understand the finer connection between the stories. Okay, this I can pick explain. Okay. If you have any questions, we'll stop here.